All right, well,
Take your mic
questions?
line.
Oh, it's fair. That's good.
Greg Swartz, Bleacher Report. Coach, when you're measuring defensive effort, either by your team or another team, what are some stats or metrics that you guys use? Is it contested shot percentage, or is it more just the eye test when you're going over tape?
For film, it's just an eye test. I mean, just watching the game, and then I'm breaking the film down the night after the game and just showing the guys what we can get better at, and I'll go from there.
Is there any stats that your analytics guys go over that goes back to you, or
contested shots, transition, points off turnovers, things like that.
Okay.
David Grenneman, ESPN. I saw Iman Shumpert going through a pregame workout. Is he available for you
Not
today?
for today, no.
And Tuesday still up in the air?
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully. Okay.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. Do you still expect Isaiah to be out until January?
I don't know. The staff is doing a great job of just, trying to get him ready, trying to get him right. So we don't want to rush him back if he's not 100%. So they've been doing a good job of just taking it slow and, make sure they're rehabilitating him the right way. And we'll just go from there.
Anything else?
The other night, and don't want to make a big deal out of any one game, but I think into the third quarter, Dwayne had only played 7 minutes. Was that a product of the pace of that particular game?
It was just matchups. To put him on John Wall, to put him on Bradley Beal, it was a tough matchup for him. So when those guys came out, I tried to get him in to make it easier on him, especially defensively. And the way those guys move and the pace they play at, I just thought it was fair, D-Wade just to try to play against the guys that came off the bench.
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon-Journal. What did Crowder do the other night that he looked kind of like a finally kind of different player, or he was much more involved?
He got to the free throw line. I think he attacked the basket, get into the paint, and took his open shot. So I think he's finding a rhythm, understanding what we need from him, and understanding where his shots are going to come from.
Steve Herrick from AP. Just getting back to Shump for a second. Has he gone through contract drills, or what would
No, I
constitute
think his
a
first practice will be tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then he'll see.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ty Alley, Clifton, Fox Sports Ohio. When you face an undermanned team like today against the Hawks without some bodies, do you have to address that with your guys? Or?
I mean, with all the social media, they see it before the game starts anyway. I'd rather not tell them because we're not good with that stuff, but they see it before we do anyway most of the time.
Ty, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. You've talked for the last couple of years about how effective your blitz strategy is on defense, and it seemed like you used it more against Washington. When do you determine that that's the right time or that's the right opponent to use it against? What are you looking for there?
It just makes us aggressive, activates our defense, not being passive. So it helps us fly around a lot. So, when we're in defensive slumps, I would guess you would say, that kind of helps activate us.